Hello Home Slices, it's Kiera with Home Slice Adulting coming to you with a natural hair video. Now I've realized that over the past few weeks my channel has been mainly focused on reality TV show reviews, and unfortunately a lot of the shows that I've been reviewing have come to a close. So I figured I should diversify the type of videos that I place on my channel. Now before we get into the meat and potatoes of this video, I would like to thank my subscribers and my soon to be new subscribers for clicking on this video. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, but most importantly do not forget to hit that little notification bell next to the subscribe button so that a little birdie can chirp and tell you when I have new content on my channel. Now for today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my rules and tips on how to maintain your straightened natural hair. Now just as a disclaimer, I am not a hair care professional and I can in no way guarantee that you'll get the same results as I get if you follow the methods that I talk about in this video. My goal here is just to show you all what I do to maintain my straightened hair, and hopefully you'll learn something new and maybe want to try it for yourself. Now I have been natural since October of 2010, which is almost 8 years ago, and if any of you are interested in learning more about my natural hair journey, you can click on the link in the top right corner of this video or the link in the description box to check it out. As of right now, my natural hair has been straightened for about 17 days, and the plan is to try to extend this for about 7 more days. Now if you're interested in the method I use to straighten my hair, you can click the link in the top right corner of this video or in the description box for more information. But for now, you should keep watching so you can learn how I maintain my straight hair and make it last as long as possible. Now there are 4 main rules that I use to maintain my straightened natural hair. But it's important to note that these rules are not just about making your straight hair last as long as possible. It's about maintaining the health of your hair while it's in its vulnerable straightened state. Now, rule number 1 is getting it right the first time. And this step is all about how doing things the right way in the straightening process and getting things started off correctly is the key to maintaining your straight hair. Now the low-hanging fruit about straightening your natural hair is to use a heat protectant and to be wary of the heat settings you use. But I want to talk about something a little more important, and that is clipping your ends. Now if your ends are not clipped, this can encourage further damage because hairs snag on themselves, they can snag on fabrics, and it just creates more of an opportunity for your hair to be damaged. So you should save yourself some damage down the line by trimming your ends immediately after you flat iron. Now because your hair will be straightened, it'll be significantly easier to actually see the damage. Now if you do not have the appropriate hair shears, or if you have anxiety about cutting your hair or not cutting it evenly, you can straighten your hair and go to a super cheap hair cutting place, maybe someplace like Supercuts. Because your hair is already done, they're not going to be doing any blow drying or any of that kind of stuff. They'll only charge you a couple of bucks to trim your ends evenly, and at the most it'll cost you $15. Now another reason to abide by this tip is because when your hair is freshly straightened, even the damaged hair and the split ends kind of try to blend in with the rest of your healthy hair if you don't look at it closely. But as time goes on, those split ends and that damaged hair becomes more apparent, and we've all seen people who have straight hair and it could be straightened beautifully, but they have the straggly ends, and that just makes the hairstyle look so bad. So don't be that person. Now the last tip I have about getting it right the first time is to do your hair so well during the initial flat ironing stage so that you don't have to use a flat iron or a blow dryer while your hair is still straight. The point is to avoid any excess heat so that you won't incur any heat damage, because we all know that heat damage is the devil. Now on to rule number 2. Avoid water at all costs. Now this should be something that's fairly obvious, but I don't think people realize how much we interact with water on a daily basis. You have the weather, whether it's rainy, humid, or snowing. You have to take a shower or a bath. You sweat, and you have people in your life who have wet hands and still try to touch you. Now here's some tips on how to deal with all those factors. Now when it comes to the weather, you may only want to straighten your hair during the time of year where the weather permits. So you may want to take a look at the weather forecast before you decide to straighten your hair. Now, one of the best tips that I can give you about dealing with the weather is to keep a shower cap handy. I have found that by keeping a shower cap in my car and in my purse, I can make my hair last a lot longer. Now, if I'm on the go and it suddenly starts raining, I have something in my glove compartment or in my purse that I can pull out and put over my hair until I'm able to get indoors. Now, you may look a little silly walking in the rain with your shower cap on, but you'll look fabulous when you get indoors. At the beginning of this year, I took my boyfriend to New York City for his birthday, and it snowed quite a bit. My hair was straight because I straightened my hair during the winter time, and unfortunately my hair reverted because the snow melted in my hair. I didn't know the snow melts in your hair like that, okay? So for those of you who live in cold climates where it snows a whole bunch, the shower cap tip might be useful for you as well. Now, another place where we regularly encounter water is when we shower or bathe. There's no question about it that you definitely need a shower cap for that. That's what they're made for. But what I like to do is to basically wrap my hair all the way up in a scarf and a bonnet and put the shower cap fully on my head and even over my ears. Because when you put on a shower cap behind your ears, it allows the roots right here to get wet. Now, if you wear rings or jewelry on your hands or on your wrists, sometimes that jewelry can hold moisture inside. You have to make sure that you're drying off all of those areas as well before you touch your hair. Now, another way you can encounter water is through sweat. Now, this depends on the person, but for me, I sweat very quickly and profusely when it is extremely hot or when I'm doing a lot of physical activity, and that's why I do not straighten my hair during the summer months down here in Louisiana and during times where I know that I'm going to be very physically active. Now, if there are moments where I know I'm going to sweat for just a little while, I'll take a scrunchie and put my hair back into maybe like a middle ponytail so that my hair does not touch the sweat that beads up on my forehead and around the back of my neck. Now, just to be clear, I have never exercised with straightened hair, so I can't give people exact tips on how to do so. But my best guess is that a sweatband helps. Now, the last place that we interact with water is with other people. For me, when it comes to dealing with people who have wet hands or people who want to do wet activities, you just gotta do a PSA. Just let the people in your life know that, hey, my hair is straight. I can't do these certain activities that involve water. Hopefully you're okay with that, and it's only temporary. Now, rule number 3 is wrap it up. Now, the absolute best thing that you can do for your hair to help maintain it, whether it is straight or curly, is to wrap it up at night. Even a single night without wrapping up your hair can destroy your hairstyle and piss you off. Now, here's a quick overview of my nighttime regimen. Now, there are 2 ways that I have been known to wrap my hair up at night. Now, the first method is to actually wrap my hair. Now, wrapping your hair is a method that was invented by some beautiful black woman so many years ago. And for a lot of people who are trying to maintain straight hair, wrapping it is the best method for them. Now, unfortunately for me, my hair has gotten so long and I don't straighten my hair enough to actually get in the habit of being very good at it. I can't wrap my hair without putting bobby pins in, and even then the bobby pins leave indentations, so I've kind of had to adapt the way that I have been wrapping up my hair at night, and I found something that works for me. Now, if you are a person who can successfully wrap your hair regardless of how long or how short it is, then you continue doing that. So I've come up with my own method, so I'm just gonna wrap my hair up for the night on camera for you guys. Right now I'm showing you guys some jojoba oil that I am using to put on my hair to kind of revive the sheen of it. I detangle with my fingers, then with a detangling brush that you all can check the review for that in the description box. After brushing my hair, I put it into a bantu knot at the back of my head and let it secure itself basically. Then I put on a scarf and then a bonnet on top of that just to make sure it is extra secure. Now on to rule number 4. Rule number 4 is all about learning to evolve. Now, this last rule is all about getting the absolute most out of your straightened hair. Now eventually your straightened hair will either become boring or it'll start to revert back to its normal state. Learning to evolve your straight hair helps you to get so much versatility out of a style that can actually become boring pretty quick. Now I'm going to show you all a couple of pictures of ways that I have extended the use of my straightened natural hair by evolving the style. Now you can try curl formers, curl rods, you can put in cornrows that can be turned into a sickening stretched out braid out. A good way to start is to think about styles that you would do with your natural hair in its curly state and just adapt those styles for your straight hair. That's all guys for my rules and tips on how to maintain your straightened natural hair. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with all the natural haired women in your life. Thanks for watching, Home Slices. Peace out.